Hey guys, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got a really cute little treat box for you. I love this cake box. We originally made this one to fit the individually wrapped Madeleines that you can find at Costco, but I've also discovered that these adorable little Debbie Christmas tree cakes also fit. So I've got one of those treats here, and we're using the leftover designer series paper and ribbon and peppermints from our limited edition Snowy Wonder Stamp-A-Stack class packets. We still, as of the recording of this video, have just a couple of these left. It goes with our Snowy Wonder Stamp-A-Stack class. You have two options for this class: the PDF, which is a beautiful downloadable printable, if you want to print it, card class, including all of the supplies, sources. It's a one-sheet wonder using Wonder Recipe number 33, which is not public yet. It's not on the blog. The only way you can get it is in the classes that it's included. Our measurements, step-by-step instructions, and full color photos. It's a gorgeous document that will show you how to make 3 card designs. The third card design has an alternate design, so really 4 card designs. And with the Wonder Recipe, you can make 5 cards. The nice part about the Wonder Recipe is if you want to make more cards, just double your designer series paper, cut more paper, and it'll multiply the cards. All right, the class packet, the optional class packet, comes with the PDF download and all that you need to make the 5 cards with extra ribbon, embellishments, and twine designer series paper to play. So let me show you what to do with those extra materials if you got our class packet. So we're gonna make this treat box. We're gonna start with a piece of Pool Party cardstock that's 6 1/4 by 8 inches. All right, now the printable project sheet for this will be on the blog. Go over to kitchentablestamper.com and you'll see that we do a printable project sheet, a beautiful resource that's absolutely free for every project that we share. We're gonna put this into our Simply Score tool and score at 1 1/4, 3 3/4, 5, 7 1/2. Now, no need to scribble those down. Just go grab that resource. Links in the description below. Then rotate to the right, 1 1/4, 5 1/2, and 6 1/8. All right, let's go ahead and work the scores with bone folder. We'll trim according to the template and get our box made. Okay, so we're gonna start with this small tab, the smallest tab, the glue tab in your right hand. We're going to cut out this rectangle on the bottom and these 2 little rectangles on the top, and that's going to make the glue tab for our box. Then from the top of the box, we're going to skip to the next score line. We're going to cut nice and straight down these 2 rectangles, a little angle on these 2 rectangles. Skip to the next score line, cut straight on these 2 rectangles and a little angle on the smaller rectangles. Then what you're going to do is cut away this little trapezoid piece right off the score line. So now you've got 2 rectangles and then a smaller rectangle glue tab. Down to the next score line, cut straight on these 2 rectangles. And then on these smaller rectangles, you'll cut a bit of an angle. And then at the end, you're going to cut a bit of an angle. And then remove this little trapezoid right here. Just cut right off at the score line. Bottom of the box is easy, so rotate, cut straight on the rectangles, and an angle cut on the squares. Go to the end here, little angle cut, straight up on this rectangle piece that my thumb is on. Little angle cut on the square piece. Next score line, a little angle cut on the square and straight up on the rectangle. Now the rectangle pieces at the bottom of the box are going to be on the outside, so you want them nice and straight for a good finish. The squares are going to get tucked in. You want those with a little angle so that they tuck nice and tidy. I'm going to do a corner rounder and round the tabs for the top of my box. There we go. And I like the finish that rounded tabs provides. All right, next up, we're going to put some Designer Series paper on the front and back of our box. Snowy Scenes Designer Series paper here. And this is 2 1/4 by 4. Got some liquid glue, and we'll put one piece of Designer Series paper on the front and one on the back panel. I love this Designer Series paper. It's probably my favorite pattern in the pack, and so I really like the way it finishes the back of the box. This treat is going to be cute coming or going. All right, we'll assemble the box with tear and tape adhesive, and I like to run my tear and tape adhesive down the glue tab first and kind of close to the score line for a nice clean corner. And then I'll fold up the box. So you can fold on the second score and then on the last score and bring that together. Make a nice tight corner. And then we'll keep the back of the box towards us, fold in the sides, and then from the back of the box, you'll put adhesive on the bottom panels as they're facing you. So this is the back of the box with the seam, and you'll put your adhesive on both of these rectangles, top edge on the side that's facing you when you're looking at the back of the box. So you can see those are the sides facing. Then you'll remove the liner from both of these pieces. Back to the front, and then front to the back. Make sure you square it up. Now your seams run across the back of the box. Grab your bone folder again and burnish those tear and tape adhesive at the bottom. At this point, we're going to punch a 1/4 inch hole in the tabs. So I'm going to close it up, grab my 1/4 inch circle punch. I'm going to get center and put the punch in about as far as it'll go. You want to kind of get it centered right to left and centered between the top edge and the fold. Now we can pop our treat in the box and grab some of this gorgeous pool party pom-pom ribbon. The estimated arrival date of this ribbon was November 11th, I think. It's been moved up to the end of October. So if you're waiting for this to come back in stock, the wait just got a little bit shorter last time I looked, which was kind of nice. And we're going to take a nice length of this, pull it through the hole in the top of the tab. It's going to tie close, so you can open and close this. It's resealable. I love that. I love when you make a cute treat box and you can open it up, take the treat out, refill it, regift it, have it look perfectly adorable when, uh-oh, I was tying the bow to the back. Switch. Oh, now we got to do a left-handed bow. Here's a left-handed bow. Sorry, I got the tail on the wrong side. All right, now we've got a beautiful bow and a great way to close up this treat box and make it completely reusable, because I expect that it'll probably be opened, take the treat out, reclosed, maybe to display or to regift the box. I like to do just a little bit generous, extra generous on the bow, because that way the next time it gets filled and tied up, if it needs a trim on the edges because it's shreddy or anything like that, then there's a little extra ribbon there for tying it again and again. Now we've got to do some stamping. I've got my Snowy Wonder bundle here. And you can bundle the Snowy Wonder stamps and dies to save 10% right now. These are new in the holiday catalog. We're going to do a bit of stamping. Let me get some Stampin' Pierce Mat and ink pads. Okay, I have some basic white cardstock, Poppy Parade, Garden Green, Pebbled Path, Pool Party, and Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm going to start with the snowflakes. I want one of each size. There's 3, small, medium, and large in the Snowy Wonder, and I'm going to stamp them in Pool Party. I love these as little embellishments. They're super cute. I thought Pebbled Path would be a nice color for the top hat. Garden Green for this adorable little tree. I love this tree. It's perfect with the Humble Home bundle too. Got a candy cane and a snowman in Tuxedo Black. These will actually come together pretty quickly because you can do all your die cutting in one pass. Nothing repeats, which is really nice. And there's very minimal coloring and absolutely no fussy cutting. So they will go together pretty quickly. All right, let me show you some die cutting that I have done here. This is basic white, and it's the second to smallest label from the perennial postage dies. Let me show you that chart. It's about 1 7/8 by 3/4 if you're looking for something to replace that. Maybe you don't have perennial postage and you're making these, but that's about what you need. And then I have 2 more, Pool Party and Poppy Parade. This Pool Party circle is the second to smallest from the Spotlight on Nature. And my label, I love this label. It's from the Iconic Imagery dies, and this die set is really awesome for its little set of labels. So, and got a couple of sprigs and some other fun things that you can use with the Iconic Celebrations Designer Series paper and the Iconic Imagery stamps if you like, but I think that this little label set that's in there stands alone. Got Let It Snow, and we're going to stamp that with Poppy Parade ink right of center on this little postage edge label. And now let's do a tiny bit of coloring. I love how simple this is. We're going to take some Pool Party. We're going to do a little shadow around the edge of our snowman here, and then a smaller shadow on the opposite side. That's what makes him look round. Now this step is up to you depending on how many of these you're making, but you can take the color lifter and just soften the edge where the blue meets the white, because we're not trying to make a blue snowman. We're just trying to make sure that our snowman looks colored, like we didn't neglect to color. And so I'm gonna dab a little bit of pumpkin pie, that's the light, and then I'll dab a bit of pumpkin pie, that's the dark, on the carrot nose. And then my candy cane, I'm going to do Poppy Parade, every other stripe. I'm using the light Poppy Parade, and then while that's ink is still wet, I'll take the dark Poppy Parade and just swipe on the outside edge of the candy cane. So you get a lot of dimension from that little bit. If you were doing a lot of these, just do a little swipe of blue, color the nose with pumpkin pie, the dark, and color the candy cane with Poppy Parade, the dark, and they'll go even that much faster. Let's go ahead and get these cut out. I'm also going to add a scrap of Garden Green to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so I've got all of my stamped images ready to die cut, and then this adorable little tree, we're gonna cut that one out of Garden Green and run it all in one pass, which is awesome. I love when I can do a project in one crank. Here's that little tree. It cuts a like little spiral texture on it, and it really does add a little pop of color and solid to our scene. I really love that die. All right, there's everybody. Let's get this out of here and decorate our treat box. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab one of these teeny tiny little 1-inch clothespins. You can get these on Amazon. Sometimes I see them on the shelf at Dollar Tree. Sometimes I don't, so I'll give you a link to Amazon. Put some multi-purpose liquid glue, and now I'm going to grab my largest snowflake, going to glue the clip to the snowflake, let that dry. All right, so that's just gonna sit there for a few minutes while we add some gorgeous layers to our treat box. I've got my Poppy Parade, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue that to the front of the box. It's a little bit high of center. And then my Pool Party Radiating Circle. Again, a little high of center on the label. Center them right to left. You got a little bit of wiggle room with the liquid glue to line those up. Next up, our adorable tree. Love this guy. It really does add that little pop of color, doesn't it? And then our snowman. Going a little bit high, filling the blue space. You can do your hat with dimensionals if you like. Candy cane you can do with dimensionals if you like. I'm going with liquid glue here this time. Accessorize our snowman. He's so cute. I always put the hat at just a tiny bit of an angle because I think it's adorable. Let those grab for a second. Oh, look at his hat's on crooked. Again, why I love liquid glue. All right, now I'm going to add my label, tree, and some of my snowflakes with dimensionals. When I'm putting the dimensional on the tree, I'm putting it up high because it is going to go over our label a little bit, just a little bit, so we don't want to cause a build up there. And then let it snow. Add our little tree. Yep. Come on, let's get it on there straight. Okay, now my smallest snowflake is going on with a dab of liquid glue on the snowman. My medium snowflake is going to go on with mini dimensional, and we're going to put that mini dimensional way, way down at the bottom of the snowflake, as low as we can get it, because it's going to go on the label, but it's going to hang off the top a little bit. And now our clip should be firm enough to handle. I'm going to add that on the ribbon, the center of the bow. Is that not just the cutest? It gets even cuter. Are you ready? So I got my peppermints. You get half a pack in the Stamp-A-Stack. So we've got just a few left of those Stamp-A-Stack class packets. Let us help you do your holiday cards, and then with the remaining supplies, you can make these cute little treat boxes. All right, that's the largest peppermint, and the medium peppermint, and the small peppermint. Isn't it so perfect how the Snowy Wonder stars, or Snowy Wonder snowflakes, line up with the size of these peppermint embellishments? All right, you guys, that's it. I hope that you love the treat box. Buzz over to kitchentablestamper.com/shop and check out our PDF store for the Snowy Wonder card class. Here's just one of those card designs. I've been actually using my samples to send as thank you cards in the class packet. So that's the only one I have left, but it does make 3 different layouts, 4 different designs. And the class packet is available while supplies last. kitchentablestamper.com/shop. And then when you're in the store for packets, use the drop-down menu. If you're on a desktop, on the right-hand side, there's a drop-down for category. If you're on a mobile, it's at the bottom of the page, drop-down for category, class packets, or PDF store if you're looking for the matching card class. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.